marching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This one taken just inside the 10. Here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara.
Chad Muma brings him down on that one defensively.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down and brought
down. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
So no advantage in this game for either quarterback in terms of coming off that open week, huh?
Yeah, they both had buys.
Both had them, so you got to figure both of them went back, watched some extra tape, polished up their game, checked out their fundamentals, but they also have both had an extra week to prepare for each other's defenses. This could be a whole lot of fun.
On 1st down, Lawrence.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He targets Ingram for another grab.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down.
Well, Charles, look, this is probably a harbinger of things to come. He's got such trust in his tight end, and there on back-to-back plays, we're seeing that on display.
And when they have that kind of trust, they're not as worried about what the coverage is because they feel like they know each other so well. They'll make the subtle move downfield, and the ball will end up in the right spot. And by the way, partner, what's harbinger mean? Help me out.
Well, you're the one that taught me that a few years ago, so I'll have to lean on you for that. I'm just hoping it fit into the sentence correctly.
I must have got it from my word of the day calendar on my desk.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence.
Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. The Jaguars sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. Now they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Throwing on second down, Lawrence. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down.
Now Lawrence.
And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And this will be taken at the 13. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive.
And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right in the beginning.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another first and 10.
Winston to give. It's Kamara.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jameis to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. 20. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. They give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, Winfrey?
Yeah, do I ever?
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt.
And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then wiggling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
From the 10. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. It's their 3rd drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that second drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Winston. Wide open receiver complete.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. And this looks like a roughing call.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Winston.
He completes it to Olave. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, Winston. That's Olave bringing in another one. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing, Winston. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Kamara up the middle. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
They run. It's Kamara. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
An opportunity to get back to level after the fumble return touchdown. 1st and goal, Kamara. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Again, it's Kamara. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Winston. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away from drawing level. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body. Get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
ETN up the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at
at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let it pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Farrell. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Lawrence on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 40. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. Now Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's McKinney. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
He's certainly done a nice job splitting the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll drop that underneath to Etienne. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. The kick by Bass is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks at times end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. To throw is Winston. And he'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. On 1st and 10, Winston. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Jameis again. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Well, the coverage we just saw break out on third down. Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all time. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, let's let me check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Now to look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Saints, and they did get a whole lot done in the rushing department in those first two quarters. They probably feel pretty lucky to be tied here at halftime. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, here's a look at their numbers throwing the football in what was a very even first half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Handoff running left is Etienne. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. Jones has it. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it in a double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Lawrence. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to the ground with Etienne. Able to slither by.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Lawrence. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And they've got this down about the 12-yard line.
absolutely in position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Straight ahead, ETN. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. They hand off to their big tight end. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Lawrence will throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now Lawrence to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's got it. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk from 6 yards away. And the Jaguars have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point, but it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Winston. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at the 34. Now Lawrence. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Saints again ready to go on offense. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Following the interception, Winston. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Winston. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's third down.
On third down, Winston.
They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
A give to Etienne running right. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 40. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Back to throw. Lawrence.
Screenplay. Here's Etienne.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. From the 35 on second down. Lawrence.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
That's a throw again is Lawrence.
He completes it to Jones.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try the left side with Etienne.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on second down. Lawrence.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The offense on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
The kick by Bass is good.
And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. The first down throw for Winston. That's Olave bringing in another one. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. To throw again on second down. Winston. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. A little juke. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Winston. Back to Kamara for another catch. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Winston. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. They'll get just a couple, but the sticks move again. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Now Winston. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Winston to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. He hit his first, this one from 38. Sanders' kick is good, and that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game at 20-13. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position with all 3 timeouts. I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
The Jaguars back with it on offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Another tote for Etienne. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. A shotgun snap and again to ETN.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Lawrence.
And Ingram, oh no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning?
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was a defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game,